World of windmills, dreams, and steady sparks of light. Model cars, giant schematics, pop culture in full flight. Sci-fi worlds he brings to life, each piece placed just so right. Step by step, a marvel grows in his hands, pure midnight. Waves, world building dreams, a vision clear as day. Every model, every scene, crafted his own way. Engines growling his care, sci-fi ships taking air. Journey grand in his mind, through his YouTube lair. In each frame the universe blooms, tools and time in tune. Passion drives every beat, a symphony in his room. From classic rides to space-time, details deep, he's our guide. Worlds imagine taking flight, shining in the studio light. From classic rides to space-time, details deep, he's our guide. Worlds imagined taking flight, shining in the studio light.
Ah, you see, that's one I missed out there. The Ford GT40. I'll make sure that that's added. The I should have had the Ford GT there. The reason the Ecto 1 is not there is because I had actually finished that prior to 2024. So this is any model that I've either finished in 2024 or started in 2024. But saying that, I'm not doing the Iron Spider or Darth Vader. They're coming in slightly late. Can I just move that around a bit? There you go, so you can see the Iron Spider there. I'm a bit fussy now. How devil are you? It's good to be live streaming again. Hello, Christian from Grantham.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
The intro should have sound. What intro? The intro at the start, didn't it have sound? It should have had sound. This countdown. I'm confused. Well, what's going on? Oh, what's going on? Well, one didn't have sound. I thought they had sound. I'm all confused now. I need to check. I'll have to check back this stream afterwards. I thought we are going to mix things up a bit because I don't know if you saw my last Enterprise build I did last week. I had a leak on my resin. I'm out of resin, so I need to actually get some more. So I thought I'd do something else. And I thought, I'm racking my brains. There's a model I haven't done on the channel. Now we're not doing the Lancia that I've got tons of packs from, and I really do need to start catching up. It's the Lotus 97T. So I thought, what better way to actually get this on the channel? Now, when I do 1/8 car builds, especially on Patreon and members streams, chances are things go horribly wrong. And I've had a look at the instructions today, and the first two stages of this, stages 37 and 38, look really hard. So God knows how long it's going to take. You might have to bear with me on that one as well. But we'll have to see. Could have sworn the subscribe like bit at the end had clicks. Oh, I can't remember. It might have. It might have. I think you're right, actually, Todd. I think it did, actually. So there you go. Okay, so let's tell you what's been going on, because I didn't live stream Thursday. It's been, I don't know if you remember, last Wednesday when I live streamed, I said that I was really ticked off because I couldn't go to Battersea because I had a health scare. I'm starting to think that that health scare was a little bit of a prelude to what was going to go happen on Thursday. Now on Thursday I had a migraine. In midday, had a migraine. I knew the migraine was coming on because I was watching. What was I watching? The Jackal, the Day of the Jackal with Eddie Redmayne. I was watching a series of that, and suddenly half of Eddie Redmayne's face disappeared. So I was like, having a migraine. Quickly went to the cupboard, took 2 paracetamols, and took my usual sumatriptan, which I take for migraines. Normally, when I take that, absolutely perfect. So didn't really have a headache because I took my sumatriptan, but I thought I'd close my eyes for 20 minutes. That's how long the aura normally lasts. So that's normally how long before I go. Now, I started to get worried, which doesn't help, after about an hour when the aura still hadn't gone. Because normally I've got my vision back, and I didn't have my vision back after an hour, and that's when I started to get a little bit panicky. Now, I did manage to have a sleep for about, I don't know, 45 minutes. When I woke up, I felt really weird, but the aura had gone. And I did have a heavy head, if that makes sense. Cue to about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon, the aura came back, which never happens. And that meant I was having a migraine on top of a migraine. So I took another sumatriptan, but it was too late. I had completely missed it. And the headache I had absolutely killed me. Now, I haven't had a migraine like this in years. I'm talking at least 2 years, I reckon. I've had migraines, but nothing this bad. And I have what they call a hemiplegic migraine, something like that. Because I not only get visual distortions, but I had physical distortions as well. I actually lost, like a stroke. I started to get a weak left arm. I had a numb left hand and tingling as well. And again, that really panics me. And that's only just started to come back to feeling on Monday. So I never get migraines that serious. Now, is my daughter's wedding on Saturday. I was okay for that, but I still felt a little bit weird, if truth be told. And I have been taking paracetamol, or I don't know what you call it, paracetamol in America, just for the lingering headache I've got. Now, I haven't got that now. I have got feeling back, but it was worrying. But I really wanted to stream. As a matter of fact, I had everything ready to go, but I was so knocked out, I had to get Mrs. Wayne in the end to actually just write something to you peeps to let you know what was going on. But it was pretty scary stuff, I have to say. And I don't want another one of them. And I really do wish I knew what the trigger was. Now, I had a lot of stress leading up to that. Obviously, daughter's wedding, all the terrible stuff that was going on with Gatwick and Barcelona, going away. It's just a lot of things at the same time, I think. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I just don't want another one of those, because they're the migraines that I used to have when I was about 10 years ago, which really, really worried me. And hence why I went to the doctors in the first place. So I want to apologise for that. And hopefully tomorrow we are going to have a live stream on Thursday, because I haven't live streamed for about, I don't know, a month, something like that. We're going to get the elephant in the room out the way as well. I've coloured it. I've coloured it. Too many people were confusing me with Santa Claus, so I've been very subtle with it. And I've just put a light brownish coat over that white there, and on the eyebrows. I'm a tart, you know. So that's what's going on there. So I know someone's going to pick up on that, but we'll have to see how that goes. Your Pack 12 in the No Time Today was returned to Agora as the new postman couldn't find my house. It's only been here since 1860. Agora resent it. That's crazy. You know what, Chris? I've actually got the next 2 stages of the No Time to Die here. I'm probably going to do them next week, because what I want to do, I've got the next pack of ET here. I want to do ET. I also want to do the Ferrari 250 GTO, because I've got 3 packs of that. And then before the stream, I thought I'll have a look at what I've got in the way of Enterprise, DeLorean, and Falcon. Millennium Falcon. I'm confused myself now. My last pack of Millennium Falcon, they only sent me stages 62, 64, and 66. They missed out like all the rest of them. So I don't know when we're getting them. And then I thought, you know, because they're missing issues out, let me go and have a look at my Infinity Gauntlet. Now, the Infinity Gauntlet, if you know, we're missing stage 70. We're missing stage 77. I believe we're now missing stage 91 as well that's coming. So I don't know when we're going to get all of these models. I won't be on to the Infinity Gauntlet until that's finished, I think. I think that's when they're going to be coming. But that's been driving me absolutely crazy as well. So there you go. Someone was asking about Christmas presents. I've already had all my Christmas presents. I've got a new gaming chair, which is in the retro room. You'll see that tomorrow. I actually bought, yeah, Mr. Vane, definitely Jim. I actually bought a gaming chair for Mrs. World Away. She loved my chair so much, I bought her one for the fabric. And the only other Christmas present I'm having is the ZX Spectrum. They've released the Spectrum again as a retro machine, but you can plug it into HDMI. Now, I've said to Mrs. World Away that I'll have that when I get back from Scotland, so I will have something to open, but we've pretty much opened all our presents now. So, because we don't really want to take anything to Scotland. My car is full of like 7 bags of logs, 2 bags of kindling. I've got enough fuel in that car to survive for weeks, I think, but it's going to be fun. So we're in Scotland from the 23rd, so we've just been prepping up for that. Yes, I saw about your Iron Spider. Now, I've just done a video. I've actually got my Iron Spider here. Now, it's not going to be shipped until February, but I do have an early release here, which I'm going to... Now, obviously, I built it on the channel for you peeps, but I've actually got the official one here with all the English instructions. So I am going to be building that on the channel next week, hopefully. So that's going to be going live next week. Tomorrow's video, you'll be happy to know that I completed pack 2 of the Agora Models Apache helicopter and did the rotors. I did make one mistake, but I left it in the video like I always do because I make mistakes so you don't have to. But you'll be able to see that tomorrow. Your name is on the end credits. It's in the white ones, Mark. If you have a look, I made sure that that was there because I knew that you might ask. It's definitely in there. It's definitely in there. Check. As a matter of fact, look, let's do it together. Let me go to streams. Did you see it? It was there. I put it up there. Hi, Jacob. How's it going? You did not get it. I'm not a fan of Superman, but Superman Lotus is currently one of my favourite comic book-based TV shows. You're not the first person to say that, Jacob. Someone else has told me that. I haven't seen it myself, so I might have to check that out. I've really been enjoying The Day of the Jackal. I do like Landman with, what's his little name? Billy Bob Thornton. And I believe, who else is in that? Demi Moore's in that as well, although she hasn't turned up yet. What else have I been watching? Oh, and Yellowstone. Yellowstone's bloody excellent, so really enjoying that. Yes, Mrs. Wayne saying he's a tart. Is that acrylic or lacquer? You know what? You know what, Jim? I reckon if I didn't say anything, I don't reckon anyone would have noticed. I'll have to say, hi, Ed. How's it going? Those eyebrows look like you borrowed them from the original Thunderbird character for the hood. They're not that dark. Come on, Richard. We're off to Gates on Sunday, I believe. I don't know if Ian's in here, but we're going to meet Ian over in Gates, our favourite garden centre for breakfast. So that's going to be another thing that's going on this week. Good evening from all sunny parts, not the UK. So, Jim, you're in Brazil, are you? Probably the best place to be because it's really raining and cold out there at the moment. Not good. And Steve Edmonds, I seem to be getting random stages for the Millennium Falcon. Same thing, Steve. So I've decided to wait until I've got the full model before I work on it. Something happened with the last pack, and I think they're just skipping over stages we don't get, and we'll get them later on. Bit worrying. But I've got plenty of stages to go on to, that's for sure. I'm talking we've got about 8 or 9 packs now of each DeLorean, Enterprise, and the Falcon. I don't know. You got yourself a Christmas present or 2 as well. A new 22-watt Falcon 2 laser cutter and a new TV in time for Die Hard Christmas movie. I watched Die Hard last night. Mrs. Rhoda Wayne said I'm predictable, apparently. So I've had my Christmas movie last night. Speak for yourself. She wants to open loads of presents. You can open all the food that we're going to eat at Christmas. Simple ways to stay in the workshop tonight. Hello, Marcus. How's it going? Into Slow Horses on Apple TV. I've not got Apple TV, but I might have to check that out. I do like Taylor Sheridan's very good at the shows he writes, like Yellowstone and like Landman. I really am enjoying those. You have doubts about the new Superman Legacy movie. I don't like the Superman suit. I don't like how he has curly hair when he is Clark Kent. Don't know. I haven't seen anything about that, Mark, to be honest with you. Oh, you did. No problems, Mark. I told you I got you. I told you I got you. Yes, mate, off to watch the local football team tonight. Atletico Galana versus Goiana versus Fortaleza. Can't even pronounce it, Jim. Okay, so as I said, the first 2 stages tonight are going to be hard. Okay, you will notice that I've swapped things out. I didn't like the Terminator here. I did swap this out. Look, he's lit up as well. His eyes do light up. And I've had a change in the workshop as well, the retro room upstairs. I've got a couple more units going in there actually in the next couple of days, so that's going to be fun. So yes, let's do this. So I'm going to show you what we're doing in stage 37. Now, the reason why I think this is a worry is because this is really tiny stuff. Now, what I'm going to be doing is working some more on this engine that we created. And we are going to be putting some things onto these bits here and here. But I've been reading the instructions and I don't understand it. Now, I know some of you have been doing this already, but as you can see, we've got loads of tiny parts here. And I'm going to be putting these tiny parts together, just like this, onto the engine. Okay? Now, that means I've got to wear these because I can't see a thing at the best of times now. So if you didn't like my eyebrows first off, look, you can watch them magnified now, which is going to be quite fun. So let's just go back to this one. And I'm going to show you this pack. So this is stage 37's pack. And it's tiny. Look. Look at the little bits. Look at them. So let's see how we go from here. I'm going to try and open this up without spilling them everywhere. And I'm probably going to need my tweezers. So I've got some tweezers here. Let's just make sure they're my good ones. Yep, they're okay. Okay, and finally, the other thing I want to show you is this. Look, if anyone watched the Spy Who Loved Me build today, I don't know if you noticed, but my washer bottle fell out. So I had to go digging around to find that again. So I've got that here. So when I do that, if I haven't put it back in, can someone remind me, because I'm leaving it here for the minute, to put that back in. So things that are happening in the background. The Infinity Gauntlet is out of sync. It says, no stage 91. We'll get the part for 91, but not the magazine. It's crazy but funny. Yeah, they are aware of it, but it's a pain that they haven't sorted it out. Fancy a £10 bet on the Bills versus Ram game? No, the Bills are going to stuff the Rams, Jim. Unless you want me to bet that the £10 the Bills will win, then yeah, definitely. Knight Rider the same, missing 2 full packs and another 2 issues missing from other packs, but can't wait to get to the Megazord. Yeah, we're waiting for the Megazord Part 2. Have done these stages, be careful. Oh, thanks, Pete. I'm not looking forward to that now. No stress then, huh? Right, okay, let's have a look. Right, so I need 3 parts first. I need, by the look of it, this part here. I'm going to put that gently down. I need... God, it looks like this part here. I'm hoping it's that one. And then finally I need this part here. So 3 parts to put in. And I'm going to see if there is actually a way that these need to go. So I'm looking at the instructions. The instructions really don't help you. Really don't help you. Okay, they're going to slip over. Let's turn this around. This side here. Now they have got a D-shaped hole, so they can only go in one way. So I'm just going to push this down and see how that fits. That's looking okay so far. The second one, again, they're not giving anything away about which way round it goes. But we do have a keyhole pattern, so perhaps that one goes that way round, I'm guessing. And then finally, they've got this one going in, but with the open end facing out. So there you go. That looks like that. I'm hoping that's right. The problem is the instructions don't give a lot away. They definitely go in that way, but they also don't tell you which way round they go. But I'm hoping that is the right way. I'm sure someone's going to tell me if it's not. Okay, we can put that to one side because I've got some tiny other bits to make now. Let's get these together. So look how tiny these actually are. Look, really tiny. Okay, so I've got that bit. I've got, oh wow, stand by. Got to find the bit that's going in here. This bit here, which is really tiny. I think they're just having a laugh with us now about how detailed they can get these bits. And then I need a little round bit, which I'm not finding. Oh, wait a minute. Right, the round bit I need is actually on a sprue. Like this. So I've got these sprue cutters, which I'm telling you I live by. They're absolutely brilliant sprue cutters, these are. Godsend sprue cutters. And now I'm going to try and figure out how to get this into this little hole here. Now I can tell you straight away that this is going to be going into here. And then we're going to hold it in with one of these clips at the top, which I'm guessing is going to be quite hard. Let's have a go. Oops, just like that, you see. But I found it. Oh, here we go. This is where the pain starts on these streams. Not the easiest thing to get in by the look of it. Nope. Come on. I really don't want to have to put this into pliers. Actually, I think there is a way it goes round. I think it's thinner from one direction. I'm not having any luck here. Right. Let's use pliers to try and get this in. Now, normally I use pliers when tweezers don't cut it. Now let's see if I've got enough power to get this in. Whoops. Stand by. Ah, it's just shot off into oblivion. I don't know where that went. Stand by. Told you. I told you this was going to be fun. Perhaps that's why they gave us two. Okay, I'm going to try and leave it on the sprue. Let's try that way. Leave it on the sprue and cut it off afterwards. Let's see if that'll work. Because I'm never finding that one again. I'm just having a look at it. It's actually round, so it shouldn't matter which way round it goes. But if I leave it on the sprue... Ah, you see, I've got it on. That's the way to do it. And now let's cut it off the sprue. Yes. Haha. There you go. Happened just as I typed. But you know, I was going. Is that what you were going to suggest to do? Okay, so now I've got that. I need to take another little tiny bit here. And they've got it round that way. And I'm putting this, just figuring out which way round. Stand by. Looking at the base area that I've got to put in. Right, okay, hang on. I've got to put this into this little hole just here on this black section. So stand by. There we go. That's in there. But we're not attaching that to anything yet. What I am doing is I am going to put this on the end of what we just created here. You know what the kick in the teeth is? We've got to do this again for the other side. So that one's in like that. Again, we're still not attaching this part to anything at the moment, but I've got a bit to put over the end there, which looks like this. I wish they'd tell me this is a left wastegate valve. That's what this is. And again, it can only go in one way because it's a D-shaped hole. So let me just push that on. I'm starting to think that I should have put a little bit of oil on that, but there we go. That's on there just like that. A bit confused why we haven't had to tighten this up to anything at the moment, but it's just left to its own devices here. So that's all that done. Then I've got this long piece here, which is the left bank turbo bracket. And I'm just figuring out where that goes, so stand by. Turning this upside down like that. And it's going to go into the hole, oh wow, that I've got just here. And it's, let's just figure out which way round it goes. It can only go one way by the look of it. Hang on. That doesn't make sense. Stand by. I'm having a look. Is there another one of these? No, it's definitely the only one. Don't quite know how I can get it in at the angle that it needs to go in. This bracket definitely isn't going in the right place. Let me just have another look at this. It goes underneath. Unless it goes that way. It's very confusing. Very confusing. Unless I'm trying to attach this to the wrong thing. I don't think I am. You'll connect later. Oh, right, okay. Leave on the sprue and push it in. Yeah, that's what I did. I forgot that was the thing. This one's a bit confusing. Because, I mean, I'm matching the picture up. They've got it going this way round. Oh, I see. Onto that bit there. Right, I see how that's going to fit. Right, okay. It's going to be held in with a UP screw. Let me just show you from the top camera there. Look, this is going into that point just there. I'm trying to hold it with my left hand so I can put it in with my right hand. Okay, hang on a second. I'm going to be very quiet. I think I'm going to need a small screwdriver here, but let me just try and get it in. Matter of fact, it might be worth just starting this off. Let me, well, I don't know actually. I think I've got it. Yep, it's going in. Perfect. So, whoa, get that in there. There we go. That's in like that. It's a lot harder than I thought that was going to be. Okay, we're not finished because we've got another bar to put in, which is this tiny section here. And let me get this round the right way. They've got it going this way round. And I'm just trying to figure out where it's going. Stand by. Okay, I think it's going on the top of these black sections here. So, 1, 2, but that one's in the wrong place there. Oh, I see. That's going in the middle. Right. Okay. So this bar here is going into the middle of these, which attach to these 2 points just here. So if I get these in first, I'm not gluing these, but I should be able to put that bit in like that. So that's how that's looking. That was quite clever, actually. Then I've got one last detail here. As I said, these are all really tiny things. And I'm trying to figure out where it goes. Oh, okay, hang on. Stand by. Then we're going to be attaching this to something. That doesn't make sense. Hang on. These instructions are hopeless. Where does it attach to? They're definitely in right. I'm looking at the instructions. Careful, do not push too hard, it will break. Yep, no, I've got that in. Everything's in where it needs to be here. I'm just a little bit confused about this little square thing to put in. Because if I just bring up where they've got it. So they've got it this way round. Everything's looking right there. But they're saying, oh right, they're saying this fits over. Right, this fits over this part that we've just put in at the minimum section there. So it's going to fit in like that. See, it's just over that part there. And then finally use a TP screw to attach the adjustable link mount. So I'm going to be attaching this to that section there. The trouble is that that's not going to fit. Never in a million years, I don't think. Let's have a look. Never in a million years is that going to fit in there. Hang on. I'm about, oh, I can pull it together, I guess. It's going to fit in just like that. Oh my God, I need 2 pairs of hands here. Okay, let's get a TP screw out and see if we can do this. This is hard. Careful you do not push too hard. Yeah, I think it's going to be pushed too hard. I don't think I've got a choice. Perhaps if I'm just thinking, if I can take one side of this off, so I can get this in first. Let's do that. So if I can get this in first, like this. Okay. Perfect. So that's attached, that little linkage there. And then if I can pull this around back into position, let's try that. Perfect. And I just need to get this part into the center here. Needs to go underneath actually, so let me just take that out again. Stand by. You go there. Oops. Stand by. This is quite difficult. Wants to pop out for the moment. I mean, I've got it where it needs to be, but this needs to be in here. And I'm very conscious of what Pete Cooper said about not pushing that too hard. I'm going to just loosen that here so I can get some give in there. But that's how that's going to be. But it isn't in exactly as it needs to be. I think I am going to have to just glue that in there because it really does want to pop out. Because this seems to be just a tiny bit too long. Could be me. Push it in. Yeah, see, it just wants to pop out. But I'll leave it like that and I'll train that in afterwards. But that was a nightmare. That's the end of that stage. That was crazy. Okay, let's chuck this away because you ain't going to believe this. Let me change the camera. Why do I choose to do these on live streams? Because it just panics me big time. Because guess what we're doing in stage 38? We're going to be doing exactly the same thing. So, but on the other side. So I'm guessing it's just going to mirror what we've just got there. So let's see if we can, now we've done it once, if we can get the other, yes, a little glue. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll do stage 38 though, and see if I've learnt my lessons from the bits from the past. It gets a bit easier after this stage, you'll be pleased to know. But I'll be honest with you, I was dreading these stages here. But, you know, when we talked about that Lancia, the detail in that, I don't think I've seen this level of detail. This is just crazy. So, obviously, what we've done on one side there, I'm thinking we're going to be doing on the other side here. So, same thing, we're going to have this detail, and then finally this round detail just here. And once again, they have this detail this way round with the indented side facing me. Perfect. Then this detail here, they've got the indented side facing away from me. So that's going in there. And then finally, we've got this part here with the indented side facing me again, going in like that. Then we've got to make this tiny bit again. So let's get these tiny bits out. So I need one of them, and this little one here. And we really don't want to trash this, so stand by. It's the bigger hole this goes in. Okay, put this bit in here, like that. And then I'm closing it off by pushing one of these in. Oh, you see, that was much better. Now you know why they give you a spare. snip that off so it's a clean snip. There we go. Ha! We got that. That's looking good. Right. Forgot what I've got to do. I've got to take this bit now. Get this round the right way. So they've got this round that way. Because I'm going to be putting this into the hole that I've got here. Making sure I've got the right bit in the hole. Stand by. Yep, it's this bit here. Perfect. Then this is going to be going on top of what I've just created there. Again, it can only go a certain way. Perfect. That's free to just move around where it needs to move around. And then finally, I'm closing that off with this right Westgate valve. Making sure it's the right way around. Come on. Just move that out of the way again, otherwise I'm going to trap that, and I am. And push that in. Okay. It's looking good. I don't like how, just having a look at this, it does kind of sit at an angle there. There's no indent on this section to rotate this round anymore. But I'm just going to look at the pictures. Stand by. I mean, it looks the way the pictures do, so I'm quite happy with that. Okay. That means I've now got to put this bar in. This bar, if you have a look at mine here, Pete, I don't know if you've had this as well. Look, it's already got a little bend in it. Don't know why that. I don't think that's meant to be like that. Who knows? And I'm holding that in with a UP screw. Let's get one of them out. We know which way round this goes now. So let's go underneath here. Probably best on that camera, I think. Put this in position and screw that in. Perfect. He says perfect, but it's not going in. Why isn't it not going in? I'm going to take that out. Because the problem I've got is this screw is not biting into the block there. So I'm just going to pre-cut the thread. Put a bit of oil on this. Pre-cut the thread in here. I've just noticed that the manifold's slightly off center there. Let's try that again. Oops, now I've had a thing fall out as well. I'll put that in afterwards. Okay, so I've pre-screwed that hole. Let's get this bit back in. Looking good. And this time that screw goes in. Now this pipe that just fell out here, that actually just goes into, let me just get this right, into this point just down the bottom here. It's going to be a little bit fiddly to get in. It was loose earlier on and I was contemplating screwing this in, but this is where it goes. So I'll put it in there just for now. As you can see, that's that one in. Then I'm going to take this bar. Got to get this in the right place, so stand by. Lancia Stratos was my most favourite build. It was mostly engine. And looking at this one, I wouldn't be surprised if this is mostly engine as well. Okay, again, I'm just putting this in loosely here. I'm not going to push it in too much. That's going to be going around there, kind of. So that's fitted in like that. I need to take this clamp and I'm going to be putting that over this side. In the full knowledge that I'm probably going to be taking this out and get a TP screw here because I need to try. and attach this little thing that I made here to the side here. So let's go on the top camera and zoom up a bit. I'll try not to get my head in the way. But this, whoops, is going around there. And then I need to get this onto that section there, which we all know is going to try and fall out. Yeah, let's get this out of there. Probably best to actually not put that in, to attach this first. Oh wow, this is hard. Right, got that lined up. Putting the screw in, which I'm hoping is going in. I'm very much hoping it's going in. It looks like it is. Yeah, that's going in. Right, changing camera again. Hang on. And then I'm going to try and put this back in, just to see how this actually holds on this side. Not looking too bad. They're in there. It's actually fitting a lot better on this side, Pete Cooper, than the other side. And that's in just like that. As you can see, they're both on. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just not happy with this side. I think that needs to actually be bent just a tiny bit. But it's this that's pulling it out, you see. I do think that needs to have a little bend on it. But you are right. I think I will glue that into place, but I'll do that afterwards. But that is the end of that stage. That wasn't too bad. Hello, Bergdis. How the devil are you? We're having a lot of fun with this build tonight, because that was probably 2 of the hardest stages I've done on a blooming members channel. But guess what? It gets a lot easier now. So, sorry, I just need to have a bit of water now, because it was stressful. Look at this. That was really stressful. That's a great look on the top of your head. Yeah, I figured you'd see the top of my head. That's why I quickly flipped the camera over. That was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I don't think that, it seems like the fit on one side was okay, but the reason for that was because that did have a little bend in that. My one here didn't have that much of a bend, and when I put it in, it is popping that section out there, which I do think means if I just put a tiniest drop of glue in there, it's going to hold that in. But I mean, it is detailed. It's so detailed, just that little bit there with the linkage. The same on the other side that we've done. But let's see what we're doing now. That was crazy. Okay, hello Ramon, how's it going? I'm all good today, thank you. Okay, so this is stage 39. Here's the magazine, and you'll see what I mean about a lot earlier. We've got the alternator components, which is only like 5 things. I can do 5 things, no problems at all. Putting this in just like that. So that's how that looks. So let's grab this, stage 39, which I've got here, with a band. Get all of this out, and some VP screws. Come on. The amount of times I have difficulty getting things out the bag, that's where I normally have problems as well. You're helping Dad develop old films? Ah, cool. I used to do that with the old Ilford photo paper years ago. I had an enlarger and everything. Back in the day. Back in the day. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is on this section just here is I'm going to be putting the little cooling fan on, just seeing which way round it goes. I'm guessing it goes this way round, just like that. At the moment it seems to be just loose in there, but we are going to make that non-loose by putting this section in. Now when I put this in, it's going to center up that middle bit, which is now going to center that middle bit up there. Then I've got another part to put in the top here, which is a VP screw. That's going to hold that into place, so stand by. These are flange screws, but they are VP, so I'm guessing we are going into plastic, and I'll just get that in. That's going to hold that in. Can I get away with using my PH1? Because it'll make life a lot easier. Oh, there's a PH1. It'll make my life a lot easier if I can. Yeah, I can. So get that in quite tight. Perfect. That's in. Then I'm going to be making a pulley, which is just a case of putting these two parts here together. We need another VP screw here. And I know that fits on these ones. I am putting this in just a tiny bit of oil, even though it's only going into plastic, because it just seems to fit better that way. Got an indent on this side, so it's going to go into this top hole just there, and I'm screwing it in just like this. Get that all the way in. Perfecto. And then I'm guessing we just get to put the band around. Now the band's just going around the alternator and the pulley we've just put in there. So that is how that's looking. Not bad. That's the end of that stage. So that was an easy one. Okay, I'm confident now. Let's go on to stage 40. Look at this. I'm on a roll. Okay, here's stage 40 here. Looking like that. And we're going to do the rear engine crankcase. Again, only a few pieces on this one. So putting this together just like that. So that's how that's going to look. Let's get that stage out. I do happen to know that stage 41 is a real difficult one again. So don't know if we're going to finish that tonight. We'll have to see. But this is the next pack that we are doing. Happened to you too? Oh, right, okay. Crazy part though, Wayne, how much of this detail you're going to see when you put inside the car? Probably not a lot, Mark, to be honest with you. Probably not a lot at all. Make sure that's all empty, which it is. You've been working on the IXO Porsche 917. You do a lot of the HT leads and fuel pipes, then cover the engine. Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? You think about the DeLorean. You built the whole DeLorean engine just to put the reactor on top of it. So, you know, that's not going to happen. Okay, we've got some really tiny parts here, so I'm just trying to figure out what they are. See, in the pictures, they make them look really big, but as a matter of fact, hang on a second. I'm confused. That is stage 40, isn't it? Just looking at the parts, yeah, so 40A. Right, so these are tiny pieces. So this is 48 here. It doesn't look anything like the picture, I have to say. And I've got this tiny part to put over the top of this. So, can you see these parts? Oh my God. So I'm just going to be basically putting these two tiny little things together here. I'm going to try and do it without my glasses, but no, I'm going to need these magnifying glasses. This is crazy. My eyesight is so bad. Right. Get these two parts together. Just like that. Why couldn't they make that as just one unit? Okay, I'm taking the little D-shaped pattern I've got on one side of this, somewhere, of what I've just created, and that's going to be going into this part just here. So, can I get that in? Which is this way. And it's not the easiest thing to get in. Just checking that's in the right direction. It is the right way. It's just very hard to get in. I'm going to use a little bit of oil. Let's see if some oil will help me. Ah, God, that took some pushing. But as you can see, that's in. I'm going to be mounting this now to the engine. What we've been working on. So this is going to be going just onto this section over here by the look of it. So I'm just going to see how this is mounted. It's mounted with this way round into here, just like that there. Okay, held in with QP screws. which are these silver ones. You just knew that was going to drop out. Again, I know I keep saying that you should just put the oil on the metal screws, but I do tend to do it on plastic as well if I've been having issues getting these in. But as you can see, they go in a lot easier. So that's one. And this one down the bottom here, which, God, look at it. This is why we should have put that bit in afterwards. How am I supposed to get this screw in now? I have to put it at an angle. See, there was nothing stopping us putting that in afterwards, just to make things easier. It annoys me when they do things like that. Well, we've got it in. Okay, once that's in, I need to take this pipe, and I'm going to be putting this onto the nipple, just onto this section here. Let me see how it fits. Does it need glue? It's not going to need glue. That's a really tight fit, that one. But then I am going to be passing this all the way through the engine here. So let me just see where this is going. It's basically going through this whole section. It's going to be connecting to this red thing just here. How am I supposed to get it up there? Stand by. Just want to see how they've traced this around. So they've traced this underneath these yellow parts here. Probably going to need my tweezers to help me, I'm guessing. Where are they? Get it underneath all of these parts. I can see one of these coming out. Stand by. Ugh. I want to get it under that one there. That's it. Perfect. And it's going to plug into this red part just here. Not going to be the easiest thing because this has got a little bit of movement in it. Stand by. Gonna wiggle that on. Oops. It's probably best that that's happened actually, so I can actually now push this on like that and then push this into place. Which of course now doesn't want to play ball. Right, hang on. No, we've got it in. Perfect. So that's in. But I do need to now attach this to this other side here without trapping that wire there. So I'm just going to figure out which way around this goes. I believe it goes this way. Into there, just like that. Okay, QP screws again. Where did they go? I've got one there. Where's the other one? I haven't got another QP screw. How many was I meant to have, just out of curiosity? 1, 2, 3. I should have had 5. I haven't seen 5. Okay. We will figure that out. Let me get this in. I am hoping that is the right way it's going. It looks like it is. So that's one QP screw. I've got some OM screws. Is that what they mean? Let me just check them. No, it's not OM. Oh no, we've got them in here. Look, here we go. There's the other one. And the Eagle Moss Titanic. Yeah, you're talking about the ships I burnt. There's actually 3 ships. I've burnt 3 ships. 3 ships have gone. Did you know that? I'm just going to get this other screw in. The ships that went were obviously the HMS Victory, the Eagle Moss Titanic, and one you don't know about is the Sovereign of the Seas. I had the Sovereign of the Seas as well, but when I went looking for making sure I had all the packs, because I was ready to start that one, I didn't have all the packs, and it was taking up room, so I burnt it. So I hate pipes. So yeah. Now, if I do the USS Constitution, I've got to make a vow that I won't be burning it. So I have to make that commitment to you people. So that's not going to happen. But you know, you'll be watching Ooey Gluey to the screen to make sure that that doesn't happen. Because if it does, it would be quite funny. But yeah, I fancy doing it. I have to say, I do fancy doing that new Agora ship. When I first saw it, I thought, yeah, this is looking good. Okay, we've got one last bit to put on. Let me just put my magnifying glasses on here. Stand by. Okay, which means I think I can put this bit on last. Let me just have a look at this section here. Oh no, we can put this on now. So we've got a D-shaped hole for this section here. Which, let me just get this around the right way. Whoops. No, I had it right first time. That way. Perfect, so that's on. Then this is going to be going on to this point just here. It has got locating lugs. Thank God. Just get that pipe out of the way. There. I'm holding it in with an OM screw, which I've got here. All this to build the engine tonight. Can you imagine that? Okay, so that goes through the centre there. Get that nice and tight. No, I'm going to need my PH1 screwdriver. You see how much torque you can get on that now? Perfect. So that's in place just like that. And then finally, I've got this base to put on, which is going to be going on the top, on the bottom of this. So let's make sure I've got this round the right way. It's this way round. They've got it in the instructions. And they've got this just going on top here like that. And again, it's held in with these OM screws. And now that pipe's fallen out, which I am about to glue in again. So let's get these in. One here. It should stand up a lot easier now as well. This is going into metal, so I'm justified to use oil now. And one there. Okay, this stupid pipe that keeps coming out. I'm just going to double check that I am putting this in the right way. Because the problem I've got is if I glue the wrong end in, I'm going to have a bad time. It actually goes down this way into here. It's this small end that's going in, which has got a D-shaped pattern on. That one's got a round pattern on. And in here, it's D-shaped. Right, okay. So I know which side's got to go in here. Stand by. Let's go to that camera. I'm just going to get this in, because this is going to bug me. There you go. That's in. There we go. That's the end of that stage. I'm pretty happy. Everyone's happy. Wait, I might go to Hobby Lobby next weekend. You know what? You gave me that message, and Mrs. Welder Wayne's face, Ramon. She was like, don't go to Hobby Lobby for me, do you? Because when I went to Wonderfest earlier in the year, I did promise her I'd go, and I just never had a chance, to be honest with you. So there you go. These things happen. Okay, what's the time? We've got 5 minutes. Let's just have a quick look at what we are actually doing in this last stage. Stand by. Don't know if we can start this or not, because there's a lot of parts. Look at it. We're going to be making the oil pump. Now, I don't think we need the engine to actually make this oil pump, so we can have a go and see how far we get. Let's do this. Let's have a go and see if we can make this oil pump. But, yeah, needless to say, when you messaged me to say you're going to Hobby Lobby, Mrs. Welder Wayne just gave me that look, Ramon. That all-knowing look. Okay, let's see what we're doing. Now, the problem we have with builds like this now is that I've got to try and identify the parts they want me to put together. So, like, one part looks like this. The other part looks like that, I'm guessing. And I'm going to be putting these two parts together. So, there is sort of like a mouse house sort of opening in there for that to go. And I'm holding that in with a DP screw. So, that's a good start. I can do that. Again, seeing if I can get away with using a PH1 screwdriver. I'm much happier if I can, because it just makes your life easier. And unfortunately, I can't. By the look of it, I'm just not getting the grip on that. The screw is just slightly too small. So that's that in. Then I'm going to be putting in the filter, which is encased in this section. I didn't realise there was a cover on this. It's encased in this section here. Let's get this round the right way. So this is going in to this larger hole area just at the top here. And then that's being held in by this back section just here. That looks good. And then I'm seeing if there's a certain way this needs to go, because I am screwing this in. That's going to go in there. And it's held in once again with a DP screw. Is that what we've just been working on? It is. We can't use a big screwdriver here. Just through that hole just there. Perfect. So that's the filter on. I can put that to one side, and now I'm creating, oh my god, look at this. Right, okay, so what are these parts? The parts just look so, well, they don't give away what they look like. So I've got this one looking like this. I've got, is it this one? No. None of the parts look like what they're meant to look like. Let's have a look. So connect the right cylinder head oil pump, 41E. So this one needs to say R, which this one says L. So this one has got an R in it. So I'm guessing I need that one there. And screw 2 parts with the AP screw. So this is going to go into one of these parts here, I'm guessing. I'm just going to see if that lines up. That lines up there okay. That looks okay. And then finally on the other side, I've got one of these things to put on, which goes over the top here. This is difficult. Okay. Now I'm securing this one in with an AP screw. So let's get one of them out. You just know that I want to finish this before the stream finishes. So that AP screw is holding that side in. Then I need an XP screw. So if I open them over there, it's going to keep that back in. All of this just to make this little tiny unit here. Crazy, huh? That just doesn't want to go in. Try again. It does now. Let's just get another one of these screws. Definitely an XP screw. These are very long. Okay, stand by. Okay, that one's going in perfect. Just gonna loosen that one, just so I can get this into where it actually gotta go. Screw that in, which at the moment doesn't want to go in. It's being difficult. That's better. Right. Okay, 1. And 2. I really do think that those screws seem to be too big. I can see now I'm not going to finish this. I'm not happy with how that's sitting in there. That should be flush. But these screws here, let me double check them again. They're definitely XP screws. They just seem to be too long for what I need them for. And this should be sitting nice and flat in there, which is not. Let's see if there is a way. I mean, it's sitting flat like that, but as soon as I try and get a screw in, put that in a bit of oil. Try again. Ah, that seems to be going in a bit better that time. There we go, look. Strange, very strange. Okay, do the same on this one. I bet it's 9 o'clock now, isn't it? Okay, well, I'm going to get this screw in and I think that'll be it. What is the time? Yep, it's 9 o'clock. Okay, I'll get this screw in. And we'll see if we can finish this next time. But basically, we've got to make 2 of these. So we're making just one of those just like that there. Now that, eventually, is what we've just made is actually going to be going on what we've created here. But I can't really figure out where it goes. It looks like it goes onto this end just like this, I guess. I don't know. That's where it seems to be going. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong because now my picture doesn't look anything like if I have it that way round. Oh, it does go on there. It does go on there. There you go. That's eventually going to be going into the bottom of the engine, which, if I just give you an idea where it is going to go, it's going to be going on this side just here, there. That's how we're going to be securing that in. Then I'm guessing we're going to be doing probably the same on the other side. But that was an absolute fun build with a lot of stress. Too many tiny things. So when he says next time, he means in 15 minutes. Yeah, it'll be done in 15 minutes, Burgess, you know it. I just can't leave things. I don't like leaving things. It's the OCD in me. I don't like leaving things unfinished. But there you go. The stream won't end me. Well, look, I didn't stab myself tonight. I lost one part, but it was okay because they gave us spares. So that wasn't too bad, was it? But I will be broadcasting tomorrow as long as another migraine don't hit me. As I said, on tomorrow's video, we have got the Apache helicopter, the last part of Pack 2. Later on in the week, I said I do want to do this Ferrari 250. I have got the ET build as well, and I am going to be doing this Iron Spider. So I will see you all tomorrow. Now, I don't know if I need to leave a delay anymore. So when I click end broadcast, it should end. Let's find out together. See you later, everyone. Take care.